and welcome to Georgia Detours Staycations. I'm your host, Ashlyn Super, and today we're in the Kirkwood neighborhood of Atlanta. We're going to be visiting Ray and Adele's tiny, eco-friendly shipping container homes and exploring the neighborhood. Let's get into it. Just a 5-minute drive from downtown Atlanta, the neighborhood of Kirkwood is the perfect place to take a staycation. It's bordered by several artsy and vibrant neighborhoods such as Edgewood, East Atlanta, and Cabbagetown. There are a ton of delicious restaurants, neighborhood events, and parks to explore. And then there are Ray and Adele's tiny, eco-friendly shipping container homes. Each unit features a queen bed, a full bath, and so much more. Meet Ray and Adele. They host visitors from across the globe in their 2 eco-friendly shipping container homes in the heart of Kirkwood. Hey everyone, we're here with Adele and Ray at their tiny eco-friendly shipping containers. I'm super excited to see them, so where should we start?
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Ashlyn,
Yes.
Welcome to what we call shipping container unit number 1. These are actually upcycled shipping containers. There was actually nothing in this backyard when we first moved here.
Oh wow.
We started out with a 20 by 8 foot blank slate of a shipping container. We tried to do as much upcycling as we possibly could in the materials that we used. The headboard and the nightstand are made of Brazilian shipping crates.
Oh wow.
A friend of ours imports wood from Brazil, so we grabbed a couple of these and built these. The vanity that we have came from a secondhand shop in Decatur, and so it was originally in an auto body shop, so it really kind of fit in with our industrial feel in this unit. These shipping containers are occupied a lot. We have them listed on a site where people can go online and find places to stay when they're coming to a community. So they have been very popular because I think there's a real interest in the tiny home movement.
Definitely.
And even though these aren't basically tiny homes, because there isn't much storage to speak of, people want to find out whether they can live in a space this small. So yeah, they're occupied a lot, and of course there's a complete flip every time someone stays. We pull all the linens and we restock, and we do a very, very thorough cleaning each time that there's someone in here. So we're very meticulous about detail, and we basically want, when anyone walks into these units, kind of like they're walking onto a movie set. It's got to be exactly the same every time. Everything has to be just right. And that's why we've never had anything less than a 5-star review, because we work very hard at it, and it keeps us very busy.
I mean, everything in here is so beautifully designed and fits together so well. Have you
Thanks.
guys always been into interior decorating, or is this just something
Yeah.
became a passion project?
I really have to give all props to Adele in that regard. She and the contractor that helped us worked hand in hand in figuring out the layout, and Adele chose the color schemes and she chose the furniture, and we had never done anything like this before, and our contractor, Gabriel, had never done anything like this before.
Wow.
So there was a lot of figuring out as we went along. This chair in particular has kind of an interesting story behind it. Adele saw this piece online, and the woman who designs and builds these pieces uses all upcycled materials. And the logo on the back of this is for Cafe Feminino Coffee, and we did some research and we found out that Cafe Feminino Coffee is actually available with a company called Grounds for Change.
Oh wow.
So we have decided, and from the very beginning, we've been serving Cafe Feminino coffee to our guests. So we
Amazing.
always have that fresh ground coffee from the Peruvian co-op Cafe Feminino.
Is this the coffee that we were talking about?
The coffee.
Oh my
Can I
goodness.
pour you a cup?
Yeah, I would be honored. Thank you.
Wonderful.
And this is such a nice label and everything. This is so
Absolutely.
cool.
These are our grounds for change, the Cafe Feminino. Absolutely. It's wonderful. It really is. So grab a cup.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This one for you.
Thank you. Of course. Let's absolutely give it a plunge.
Oh yeah, French press.
It's so delicious. Literally, it is the only coffee we drink. We love it.
Wow. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Really, isn't it good?
Oh, it's very good. That's perfect. I know a big part of these container homes is that they're eco-friendly.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about why that's so important to you.
It's critical to me. I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Oh my gosh.
And I really feel accosted by the indoor air if there's Febreze or something. And it's just, I've done a lot of research about that. And what people don't seem to understand is that any kind of a petrochemical-based fragrance bioconcentrates and bioaccumulates in the fatty tissues of the body. So we thought that it would be really wonderful to be able to offer people a place where the air is neutral, or if there is any fragrance at all, it's going to be an essential oil.
Right.
So we clean with products that are completely essential oil and vegetable oil based. We offer something called an eco spritz for people, so we can. I'll let you try some.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
They're little essential oil sprays that you can use instead of fragrances. And we ask people to basically refrain from using any petrochemicals while they're here.
If you're into nature, you could even check out the Kirkwood Urban Forest, situated in the southwest point of the neighborhood.
Right out back is 7 acres of wonderful forest with all sorts of trails, and it is so lovely. So just a little loop around and all sorts of really nice hiking. It's really well maintained, and it's just really great walking material. People do mountain biking in there. It's really great. Yeah, and that's pretty unique.
So I know another big reservation people might have when they're thinking about a small home, a container home, is the bathroom. So
yes.
Tell me a little bit about how you designed the bathrooms,
Yeah.
how I know both of them are a little different.
Yes.
So tell me about those.
That's. I'm glad you brought that up, because that is a major difference between the 2 units. This unit has a tile bathroom and a glass frameless door. The other unit has a corrugated shower and a concrete floor. So that's a little bit of a difference. It's just small style differences. Functionally, they're very much the same, but style-wise, they're a little bit different. And they both have the concrete in the vanities. Now, the bathrooms don't have sinks in them. The sinks are out here. They're dual purpose. They're the kitchen sink and the bathroom sink. Right. We have to make use of every square inch. So sort of a kitchenette and bathroom sink.
Well, it
all
works.
Once. Yeah.
So these pillows are amazing. This mattress is amazing. All of the accommodations in here are spectacular.
What?
So tell me a little bit about how you designed all of this.
Well, that's a bamboo pillow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of our choices. We have a pillow menu.
Oh, what? A pillow menu?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We have bamboo pillows. We have down pillows behind those Euro shams.
Okay.
And we also have buckwheat pillows, which vegans sometimes choose.
Okay.
This is a Tufton needle mattress, which is pretty heavenly. We have one in the house as well. Yeah,
Wow.
They're really comfy. We really wanted to get something eco-friendly, and this mattress comes in a box, so yeah. And we just wanted to try to make sure things outgassed as little as possible, and we wanted to, go once again with sustainable materials as much as we possibly could. And we're able to have neutral indoor air and just be as comfortable as they could. Not only are the materials in the units upcycled or the products in the units organic, but we try to let people know what they can do to be green consumers going forward so they can make a difference. Some people walk in and feel like it's small, but in about 3.5 seconds that shifts dramatically and they feel nurtured and sort of held.
I definitely feel held with this pillow. So that's a great point.
Yeah.
I also see these binders in both of the containers.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about this and what's inside?
It's sort of a welcome book for guests, and it gives a lot of details on the units about lighting and how to work everything. But also, we give a little bit of information on our mission. We have information on the film Stink, so people can go and really do a deep dive about toxic chemicals and so on. But also we have a lot of information on what to do around the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, what to check out in terms of restaurants and attractions and so on. So
that's so nice.
That's
so if
important.
I was to look around the area, what would your recommendations be?
Well, there are a lot of really great places to go, but locally, we're really an easy walk, just a couple of blocks from Kirkwood, and we'd love to recommend the Taproom Coffee and Beer, which is really fun because you can go and hang out and do work or have a meeting or visit and grab a cup of coffee or grab a beer at any point in time. Also, we love Le Petit Marche. They serve breakfast all day or sandwiches. And then also there's a great family place that is kind of a bar, and they've got TVs and sports and indoor and outdoor dining called the Kirkyard Public House, which is just, great American food, and you can just grab, they've got a really wide menu and just very casual dining and great food and drink.
Well, I think we should check some of these places out.
Yeah.
First stop, Taproom Coffee and Beer, a unique coffee bar that doubles as an actual bar. It's easy to see why this one has become a neighborhood favorite.
My name is Jonathan Pasquale, and I'm the owner of Taproom Coffee and Beer in Kirkwood in Atlanta. My inspiration in opening Taproom Coffee is really the same reason that almost anyone who wants to open a coffee shop or even wants to go to a coffee shop. It's that sense of community and the idea that beverages like coffee and beer bring people together. And I had that more than 10 years ago now and wanted to work in that whole industry of coffee and community, and was able to do it with other people's money as managing other coffee bars first, before I had the chance to open up this place 5 years ago. From the very beginning, we actually had a Kickstarter campaign that helped us launch with a little bit of money, but more than anything, an awareness and sharing our story with the local community. And from the first time we got the word out, the neighborhood's been incredible and have patronized us from day one. So I don't think that we've ever lacked that sense of community. It's been there from the beginning. So my personal favorite drink is really what I have in my cup right now. It's just regular drip coffee. It's easy. I'm not a complicated coffee connoisseur. I know what good coffee tastes like, and I like the comfort of something familiar. So just regular drip coffee every single day. I'll have a cup or two, and that's it. I don't really go outside of that personally. We feature coffees from all over the world within the coffee growing regions, and that would be coffees from the kind of more typical Latin American countries, Colombia, Costa Rica, Mexico, but we feature, just like other specialty coffee shops, Ethiopia and Kenya and Papua New Guinea. We cover the range of coffee growing regions and countries, but all our coffees are imported and then roasted by a local roaster. So they work with the importing companies that get coffees directly from farms, but then we work with the roaster in entrusting to them that whole task of making it from green coffee to roasted coffee, and then for us to take it the rest of the way. So we're not an art gallery, but we do have a lot of artists that want to be featured on our walls, and so with a limited amount of space, we're able to say, hey, every month a local artist will be featured on our walls. Paintings, drawings, visual art, and we're able to provide that space where they can display their artwork and meet the artist nights and get some exposure. And through that, there are several local Atlanta artists who have gained a following or have gotten commissioned work because of how their art has been put on display here in our space. I've had very similar challenges to most small business owners or startups. There are always challenges of making your dreams into reality. And so a lot of those center around finances and logistics and permits and the whole process every step of the way, getting to opening your doors. And then the challenges of sustaining that start and growth through the first few years. And so challenges of winning over customers who will be regular customers, and how to keep my staff, and all the other challenges of balancing work-life. And so I have a wife and 4 kids, and so being able to spend time with my wife and my kids and still sustain my business, it's always been an ongoing challenge. One of our biggest successes has been centered around community, and the fact that this place is people's home away from home. It's their third place that other people have coined as a term. It's a place where people have been able to work and to play, to meet up friends, or even just to enjoy the beverages, the products that we have. And so I think that we have scored a win when people in Atlanta say, where's somewhere I can go when I haven't seen someone for a long time and I just want to catch up? And they mentioned Taproom.
Taproom offers plenty of seating options, free Wi-Fi, and delicious pastries. It's the perfect place to start your day with a nice cup of coffee or wind down with a locally brewed beer.
If someone's staying close by in the neighborhood, this is a great place for them to come and really just step outside their home and walk a couple blocks and be here within minutes. This is a very walkable area, the Kirkwood neighborhood, and so it can be a fun, integral part of a morning routine. Come in and grab a cup of coffee, or when the day's done and you're done sightseeing in Atlanta or doing anything else, come in here in the evening for a beer. And there are always people here. There are people here working, people here socializing, meeting up, and it's a really great vibe, really great place to be able to enjoy the coffee and beer, but then also enjoy people.
This is definitely a place I need to hang out. But if you're looking for more of a hearty lunch or even a cocktail, it's a good thing Kirkyard Public House is right around the corner.
I'm Dano Kirk, and I'm the owner here of the Kirkyard Public House here in historic neighborhood of Kirkwood in Atlanta.
Beer lovers are sure to love this place. The drafts are all locally sourced from various Georgia breweries and are rotated regularly.
Georgia has so much to offer right now, and it makes it used to make it a little easier, but now there's so many local breweries, it's like, how do I choose? So we keep kind of rotating through and try to keep that list fresh and new. But with the styles, there's always going to be a couple IPAs because, man, people just can't get enough of it, and that sells.
The menu consists of burgers, sandwiches, salads, wings, fish and chips, and more. The fries are hand-cut daily, the guacamole has bacon in it, and there are a variety of wing flavors to choose from.
I came into it thinking, all right, I just want to do that pub food and that pub grub, but I want it to just be just a little bit nicer, a little bit, I don't want to say fancier, but definitely a little bit healthier. You know, you don't have to get fried chicken wings. You can get a black bean burger, or you can get a really good superfood salad with some antibiotic-free grilled chicken breast on it. You know, nothing too crazy, so to speak, but you can eat healthy here. And I tell you, and personally, I have to do it because I eat here five to 6 days a week. Being a neighborhood spot, man, I always assume that everybody knows everybody because I wind up knowing everybody. But here in Kirkwood, the neighborhood has been great to us. And it's nice knowing that, that I'm putting out a product that they enjoy, and we actually get people from outside the neighborhood coming in here, and we do a lot of to-go food too. So I feel like, well, we must be doing something right. Also, being open 5 years as a restaurant is that, okay, you're past so many humps now just don't rest on your laurels. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it going. And that's the challenge that I find right now is how do I not necessarily reinvent what's happening here, but how do I stay current and how do I keep myself energized and my staff energized. The crazy thing is I have so many people on staff that are from those early days, and it's great. And they've seen what we've gone through and have seen the, now I can take a vacation. A couple years ago I got married, and I've got a little over 2-year-old, so those are my, okay, I need to provide for my family, and I need to, kind of provide for my own retirement someday. Just having a really good day at work and having a lot of folks come in and have a good time here. They're coming in here, they're getting something to eat, they're maybe trying some local beer, they're watching the game. They're able to do that with so many other people and really enjoy it. And when Atlanta United scores a goal and wins the championship and the whole place is up and cheering, I really enjoy that part of it. Just the whole camaraderie, neighborhood, and when people come, they're like, hey, we just bought a house in Kirkwood, and man, I'm so glad there's a spot like this here so I don't have to go far for my local spot.
If the great food and being surrounded by your favorite sports aren't enough for you, there's even dartboards upstairs to keep your competitive juices flowing.
We're local and we're close. If you're staying here in Kirkwood, why travel to Midtown or Buckhead or even Decatur when you can just stay right here? There's also another couple cool spots in this little Kirkwood downtown corridor. So many good little places to go if you want a cup of coffee, or if you want some Mexican food, or if you want a good breakfast, or another pub or pizza. Get a smoothie at Orange Garden. I mean, there's just so many neat little things here. But come to Kirkyard, you're going to get that great burger. You're going to have some local draft beer, which is, you know, it's the best way to have. And if you're a sports fan, I've got it all. I've got every game. I've got it. There's so many TVs in here. There's not a single seat in the restaurant that you don't have a good view, especially with the basketball tournament coming up. You can see everything. But we really focus on those local Atlanta teams, you know, the Falcons, the Hawks, the Braves, the United, everything that's happening here in Atlanta, you kind of get a little bit of it. Plus all the folks that live in the neighborhood, you're going to get to kind of rub elbows with them too, especially because we do a lot of the communal tables. So if you don't know the people sitting next to you, you're probably going to pretty soon. I actually moved to the neighborhood. I'm about a mile down the road. So if anybody's not all in to Kirkwood here, if it's not me, I don't know who it can be.
Adele recommended it, so we had to make sure we stopped by. Known for its warm atmosphere and phenomenal breakfast menu, let's head inside Le Petit Marche.
Hi, I'm Marche Sparks, and I'm the owner of Le Petit Marche in Atlanta, Georgia. The intention in the very beginning for the business was for it to be a little market, and that inspiration came from some travels that I've done throughout France and down in the southern region. So I was inspired by several of those experiences, and so here I am.
Established in 2008, Le Petit Marche remains a staple in the Kirkwood neighborhood and is revered by many as a home away from home.
I decided to look in Kirkwood after exploring several areas of the city, and I just got lucky to land here in a community that is just so rich with that whole roll up your sleeves, help your neighbor kind of mentality. They're very involved with the schools and the churches and charitable organizations. I just got really lucky to land in Kirkwood, and I attribute much of my success to Kirkwood, especially in those early days, helping us keep grounded in the midst of a recession. Because after we opened, just 3 months later, everything tanked, the economy crashed. There were some major shifts and adjustments that we needed to make that I did not foresee going in. When I look back, we're almost 11 years old now. When I think back about how much we struggled in those early years, I didn't realize then, I realize it now, that the seed planting was happening. And it took a while for that harvest to become real. Because in the beginning, there was a lot of struggle, a lot of threats for the business closing. I credit Kirkwood, the community, for getting behind us. They saw this family that was working hard and trying to bring something new and exciting to the community, and they did that. They stood by us.
It hasn't always been easy, but with the help of family and the local community, Le Petit Marche has grown into a vital part of downtown Kirkwood.
My parents have played an enormous role in this business. It truly is a mom and pop, because you will see mom making soups and baking cakes and cookies. You'll see pop coming in, bussing tables and making coffee and just pulling up a chair with customers to have a cup of coffee and a chat. So it really is mom and pop driven, and I can't see or even picture this place having not had their influence.
Owner Marche Sparks pours her heart and soul into her restaurant, and you can taste the love in every dish.
I do have a personal favorite. This would be the Bianca's basil chicken and pesto panini. Now, this sandwich was adored by a little girl named Bianca, and her family lives here in Kirkwood, going back to those roots that we planted in the very beginning. I remember when she was born, and I also remember the sad day when her mother told me that she was diagnosed with brain cancer. Bianca fought bravely for a little over a year, and she passed on about 3 years ago. This was her favorite sandwich. She loved my basil chicken and pesto panini. She was 6 years old with a very advanced palate. And so I decided to honor her by naming that sandwich after her. And we also have a memorial in our dining room, our front room, that pays a tribute to her as well. The biggest compliment that I get on the Petit Marche is how it feels. It feels like home. It feels like family. Mom and Pop's pictures from when they were courting 18 and 19 years old, or they adorn the place. They're married now almost 52 years, 74 and 73. So you see family, you feel it. It is just a warm, really unique vibration that exists here, and people come for a range of emotions. I've had people come right after they've been proposed to. I've had people come right after a loved one dies. So it covers a range of emotions, this place does, not only through how it feels, but through the food, which you can absolutely taste the love that's infused in there. That's what people get when they come here. They get family, they get love, they get a hug, even if they don't expect it, it's coming your way. So I love the feel of this place, and that's what makes it so unique.
I give Ray and Adele's Container Homes 5 stars. Stay tuned for where we're headed next time on Georgia Detours.